Okay, daily review session 5, I think. Hold on. Oh, okay. So, hours slept. Let's see. Just gonna check it. Okay, so pretty good stuff. Definitely just removing the mattress protector improved my sleep for sure. So I slept 7 hours and 18 minutes, apparently. I'm always questioning about how accurate it is because I feel like I didn't really fall asleep until maybe 12:40 or 12, like at least 1 a.m. or something to some degree. But during the hours that I had the window closed, because I had it open and then I didn't really quite fall asleep, um, I had the concerns about the temperature, but it seems that closing the window is just almost always a good idea because you can't fall asleep from noise, usually, it seems. And I should know that because back in Ventura, when I had to sleep, um, usually, for some reason, despite the heat, just because it was dark and quiet, I ended up falling asleep. So it's weird. I guess it's not completely too warm, so I don't know, or too cold or whatever. Yeah, and time in bed was 7 hours and 54 minutes. So yeah, apparently it's supposed to be quite efficient, quite good. There's a lot of indication that this mattress, especially because it told me that my temperature or something regulation was way better. I'm not quite sure what it means by that, but something about temperature is better. Uh, like it's more stable or something compared to what it used to be. So hopefully the mattress ends up being a good investment. At the very least or whatever. How did you move forward today? Oof. It's kind of just need to keep the question simple. Okay. Well, I tried to improve my method. I think I did a bunch of research and stuff. Kept looking for products. I tried to do like the find 15 products, but I think I changed it. Like I'm gonna change it to like well, I did change it. I changed it to only five. Find 5 products per day and order 1 product. And I think I really like finding the 5 products per day is a good idea. Just pick the best one from the 5. For every one, pick 5. Like find 5 and then pick one out of the 5. I think that works. But um, in terms of just how effective it is, I'm always questioning it. But I think the best method I found that actually kind of works consistently, you kind of want to find products that sell really well already, like find the top ones, then just, I mean, you could look through private sellers, but most of the private sellers just sell junk. So the only way you can actually find stuff is to look through the really big sellers, look for the ones that are sold out, that have loads of sales, and then look if any other private sellers have sold that product. And then if so, try to see if there's profit involved. That's the method that works so far. Um, Otherwise, of course, I bought another course thingy. It's weird. I mean, for eBay here, so um yeah, I mean, I should probably really watch that. So I think the mistake, anyways, I made today was that I assumed that I had to be productive 24/7. Like, you get so caught up in trying to be productive that you ironically end up being less productive. I need to have as much clarity as possible to just sit down there and understand that what it takes is look at the things that actually move you forward. Stop focusing on how hard you work or how much you work and just focus on actually moving forward. It's as simple as that. And I make such a big deal out of it, but it's so simple. Just, find products, buy products, list the product, and then over time you grow. And now, I mean, we'll see how the course teaches us stuff, but if it's similar to that, then, not surprised. But I feel like I always need to just try and make him move forward somehow, but it's kind of hard to. Just because it's time. See, even I always forget that there's like I can't control this. I can't really change it, but I can improve my research method and I can do better work and find better products. But it won't be straight away. It's 2 weeks delay for everything I do, which sucks. But it would be like that kind of anyways if you consider like seeing whether a product is good or not. Kind of not. How do I feel? I feel like I urgently need to work harder all the time. I think like maybe I really need to step up my game tomorrow. But the problem is every time, like, I think I'm so caught up in feeling productive instead of actually being productive. And this is my problem. I need to just change my mindset about this. And it's really messing me up because I feel that need to feel productive. So it feels like I'm doing something, that I'm growing. It's like an illusion of movement when I need to actually slow down and just actually focus on moving. How do I manage that feeling? It's kind of hard to. I don't know. Just um it's kind of a tricky problem to solve because if I end up feeling like that, and like I guess just take it slow. That's all you can really do. There's not much you can really do to manage it. Just always underestimate yourself and your work ability because usually you'll get way less work than you think you will get done. And I don't know, I'm always bothered by that because I think I have an idealistic vision of myself and how much I work, but I need to stop focusing on that so much. I don't know if it's programmed by society or something to assume your self-worth is automatically how much you work. I think that's the problem. I'm more focused on how I feel in terms of self-worth, and I'm less focused on actually moving forward. I need to reframe my mindset there. So yeah, I'll just manage it by trying to. I mean, it's either just accepting it or finding other things that make me feel productive. Because honestly, that's probably what it's going to turn into. I'm going to do some kind of work and then I guess just some kind of hobby or something. Where did I fail at today? I need to reframe the failures, but I suppose you could argue that I didn't quite do that much work. I wasted like half the day or something, right? So I could have just really just sat down and tried to do work or something, but none of these solutions quite work the way you want them to. They're not so idealistic. Everything that you throw at doesn't seem to work. A lot of this seems to be dependent on internal, uh, like discipline. The only thing that I can make it kind of work like that, no, because I'm just thinking about it wrong, anyways, to begin with. It's weird because I think the way I function is that because I don't see immediate results from eBay and stuff, it's really hard for me to just kind of cope with the whole working thing. So I need more things to do. There's always that problem with eBay. But if I do that with YouTube, that feels pointless. That's why I started the YouTube, because I was like, I need to get other things done to feel productive. Or I can choose to do nothing. It's a really weird dilemma. It's kind of hard to outright. I mean, okay, I guess I just didn't do the work. Where did I fail? Well, I suppose my music ended or something. It got boring, or I mean, at the end of the day, you have to realize that none of these things are tricks that are gonna just work. They work temporarily, but once they run out, then you're reliant on yourself pretty much all the time. You have to have self-discipline to sit through it and just do it. Use things to make it as easy as possible, but at the end of the day, to stay consistent and to move forward, you have to just be disciplined. And I'm gonna keep saying that over and over again. Otherwise, I guess just really look into that course and just try to learn from that in this spare time. I don't know. I suppose today was like pretty much a whole failure in and of itself. That's what usually happens on the weekends, though, because my brain enters relaxation mode after the whole, ordeal of dealing with 5 days of full-time work. So, yeah, I think that's what it is. So, I need to actually treat my weekends more seriously and be more disciplined. What could be optimized or improved? I don't know, not too much. I can't think of anything. Unless Yeah, because the schedule looks fine, the habit tracker looks fine. Not really anything. I already optimized it, I think. What needs looking at. Um, just being more disciplined, I guess. I need to really, I think, gain more clarity and just more focus. I think I'm making excuses. The contradiction here is that I want to feel like I'm a productive person without doing the work. So, and without trying to actually focus on moving forward. And this is a problem. I have to take accountability here and understand that I need to focus on actually moving forward. And I need to stop associating my self-worth with productivity. So the only way you can do that is actually by doing nothing then. If you're doing something just for the sake of feeling productive, then you're better off just doing nothing and then, just taking on. Because a lot of the time, this whole productivity thing is purely just identity based or self worth based. It's just to pretend and to feel like you're productive without actually being that. Because that's like the ideal is to just be infinitely productive and to enjoy it or something, right? But that's not the reality, and we keep failing that. But we, instead of accepting that as a failure, we just emulate. I know that because that's what I've been consistently trying to do for ages, for months and months and months. My problem is that I'm so focused on pretending to work hard that I'm not actually moving forward. It's better that I relax and work, and then I have something that actually works instead of work all the time for no reason at all. What is your main goal? Growing my eBay. How are my actions aligning? Because I order products, I improve my research method. I'm always trying to understand stuff, and I suppose I invested in the course, so I'm going to learn from that. And just over time, we're just going to grow it as much as we can. It's all about taking that action, being more disciplined, and finding better products. It's a simple process. We just have to do it enough times that it actually ends up working. How will you act tomorrow? I need to be more disciplined. So I'm going to be disciplined tomorrow. I'm going to look at my time. I suppose just do the main work first. Once that's over, look into the course, and then from there, relax. Okay, just don't feel the pressure to actually do anything. Okay, I need to change that. Just do what's necessary, and once it's done, you're allowed to rest. Because if there's not much more you can do to move forward, you can rest. That's the only way I'm gonna change my mindset about self-worth being associated with work. Because it feels like an assault to my own identity and self-worth to say that, but that's what's necessary. I have to do the work, and then once it's over, just relax and rest. So how will I move forward? I have to detach my self-worth from work, and I have to start focusing on actually moving forward in any way that I can and keeping it simple. I really need to change my mindset about that, but it's so ingrained into me, it's hard to. That's the end of the product review session 5 then. I don't know if I have any other points to make or whatever. It's a bit of a messy thing though. It's questionable. I don't know. I can't shake that though. I'll say these things and then I will probably try to spend the whole day tomorrow doing work. I'll see what I'll be doing, but because every time I don't do work, I feel like I failed on my habit tracker. I end up trying to do more, but it doesn't go anywhere. And I feel really like crap when I'm not moving forward. Like if I am actually doing the work, but I'm not moving forward, in the immediate moment, I feel like I'm somehow failing. But I just need to understand this stuff takes time. But it's all about pretending to look productive. If I find as many products as possible, like I found 100 products, but I ordered the same product, I would feel really productive, even though the results are pretty much the same. That's how you know it's irrational. 5 products make sense, but why do I need to find 15, 20, I don't know, all the way up to 50 or something? That's what I was planning to do. It doesn't make sense. I have to focus on just doing, like, I guess I get bothered by that. But it's only on the weekends when you have way too much time. It's really weird. Unless I continue to YouTube, but I don't like the YouTube either. I might end up coming back to that. I really don't like the YouTube because it feels soulless and pointless. It's not my main focus, but then when I want eBay to be my main focus, I don't know what to do. So I guess I should just relax then. It's either that or just research. But honestly, I think I should just relax then. It makes more sense to do that, which is something that I think I would struggle with. But it's, a contradiction in it of itself, and it's just always difficult to figure out, like... I definitely know that I'm using the productivity as an excuse and a sort of buffer for my self-worth and identity. If I can fake productivity, I can fake my self-worth and excuse all the behavior and my situation. Because if suddenly I'm not just, I'm not a super hyper-focused individual or something who's making tons of money, has tons of success, and just, chooses to relax or something, then all my integrity just disappears. And then I'm left with myself, and I have to just, realize the situation is what it is. It's in and of itself a defense mechanism, which is strange. Because what does the brain do if it associates self-worth with the amount of work you do? It doesn't make you actually do more productive work. It just makes you feel like you're productive. It makes you sit around and waste time doing meaningless tasks. That's why it's not an immediate fix. You have to really focus on actually making progress. That's how you have to think, I guess. Yeah, okay, I'm going to end the session.